had my mouse too close to the keyboard. Howling Fear. Make sure you interrupt Howling Fear. Howling Fear is a fear cast. Careful the frontal. Oh yeah, it's easily my second defensive here. And it's only champion. Careful the circle. Careful the frontal. It has a very short cooldown. It looks like 60 seconds. Yeah, 1 minute cooldown. So that's super short. It's as short as Vampiric Blood. Kill the boss. Careful with the brown circles. %left on the boss. Use the red arrows to break the pillars. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good trinket. It just ate the seismic smash. I didn't even have to use a second defensive. %60 left on the... Careful with the pillars. Use the red arrows to break the pillars. Circles again. I don't know. Piercing Whale needs to be interrupted. Careful the Piercing Whale cast. Concussive Slam. Careful the Concussive Slam. Remember that Concussive Slam slows you. Focus the Affix. Piercing Whale. Piercing Whale needs to be interrupted. Watch the blue circles. Piercing Whale. I don't think I realized these guys were actually called... I want to say Despoilers. I always just call them the Voidbound guys. Careful with the censoring gear. Make sure you're getting that interrupt. The gear is going to be your priority interrupt. Any extra interrupts you have want to go through the Arcing Void cast. Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw is your tank buster. I recommend pulling that pat with the group on the right, just because the group on the right is smaller than the group on the left, and they only have one rock guy. It's a preference. You can pull the pat either way. I just prefer to pull it to the right. Careful with the void. Don't stand in the blue circles. Two, three, four. There he is. I couldn't find the priest. Careful with the crystalline smash. Focus down the crystal shards. Remember, you only want to kill one crystal shard at a time. After one crystal shard is dead, you want to wait 3 seconds before you kill the next crystal shard. You can do damage to it, so it dies in 3 seconds. You just want to make sure that it doesn't die until 3 seconds after the last shard. Pick up the orbs. Remember that after the boss gets his circle, the orbs, any orbs left behind, will disappear. Focus down the ad. Step out the purple circle. Step out the blue circle. grab that orb. We do have one rock that the boss is going to absorb here in a second. Breaks the boss's shield. Remember that these orbs, these black orbs laying around the map, what they're going to do is they're actually going to give you increased damage and healing during the shield phase. So that's going to increase your damage done to the shield during the shield phase, and it's going to increase your healing done to the party during the shield phase. Focus on the boss. It's 2% left. Only adds across the way. What we're gonna do next when we walk up just after the next pull, not the next pull, but the pull after, we use our abomination limbs. We'll pull all the guys who put the damage debuff on us, on top of us, and see if we can survive with just a trinket. There's no going back once we use abomination limbs, so. Careful with the circles. Remember, if your interrupt is not on cooldown, interrupt something. Focus down the apex. Okay. Oh dang. We're gonna have to use our vampiric blood to fix our health. I missed the trinket. Okay, that's fine. Be careful with the slam. Make sure you use any extra interrupts on the... Okay, restoring metal is going to be your priority interrupt. Slam is going to be your second priority. And any extra interrupts after that, you want to use them on any bolts that are going out. Any earth bolts, void bolts, any bolts. Right, I know everybody is doing this pass now where they go right around these two guys, but I feel like it's faster to pull these guys. So in Raider, I always route here. It actually recommends the same thing over here on the side. They recommend that you go right around and you pull around the ads. And then you just tank these three after. But I feel like this pull, these two are faster than this pull here. I would say easier too, but because of the fire, I think it depends on the healer. And you don't need the robot on this route. If you do take this route, you actually don't need to... There we go. You don't need to pull this third Void Forge loader. a second to pull that in. Focus down the Void Emissary. Restoring metals. Make sure you interrupt restoring metals. Pull the ants down. With the frontal. Remember, on this first part, you don't have to find a vent that's clear, you just have to stay out of the frontal. Molten metal. Make sure you're interrupting molten metal every time. Step on the vent without the fire. Molten metal needs to be interrupted every time. You know what? Res the healer. I kind of want to stand on the crate and see if the crate kills me with the trinket on. Careful with the fence. Interrupt the molten metal. Frontals. I know we're actually like late in the season. I already have the trinkets that I've mostly been using this season, but I do test all defensive trinkets. Like if I need a really solid defensive trinket, I do test defensive trinkets by standing in mechanics. That is normal. Careful with the bolts. Smash rock. Watch the knockback. Make sure you're interrupting or storing metal on this pole. Watch the frontal. Smash rock. Careful, smash rock. Pull in the apex. Focus down the apex. Pull these guys off the stairs. I do use death grip to pull these guys off the stairs just so that we don't have to worry about their totems spawning at the top of the stairs. Restoring metals needs to be interrupted. Smash rock. Stonevault. Be careful the Stonevault. Careful the Stonevault and the Stonevault. That's actually funny. Focus down the earth totem. Void Emissary. Every time the Void Emissary is up, it's going to be your priority target. Stonevault needs to be interrupted. Smash rock. If you are low on health or if you are squishy, I do recommend using a defensive during smash rock. %, left on this ad. Eat the frontal. Nice. Void corruption. Don't forget to clear the void corruption. Okay, good. It's casting this frontal right there. Pull the boss back to the center. Remember, you want to take those circles out to the edge of the map. You do not want those circles in the center of the room. Void corruption. Clear your void corruption at the circles. At the portals, I mean. As a Death Knight, if you use your anti-magic shell before that void corruption goes off, you can actually keep that void corruption from sticking to you. %, left on the boss. Just remember you have to use Anti-Magic Shell before the Void Corruption. After the Void Corruption's already on you, Anti-Magic Shell does not remove the Void Corruption. Careful with the frontal. Void Corruption. Remember to go up to a portal to clear Void Corruption. %. Void Corruption. Be careful with the Void Corruption.